用先，用先講嚟細呢？
錯。
個到底呢？您不只驚係點個做乜呢 ？Do people still get starstruck when they see you when you speak Hmong?
Can I say something too?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. But saya mah,我先介紹。Okay, you know, like I was in California, right? Okay, 古年的種，okay, 古年的古路啊 park bench，古不saya也古還有夢見那啲。你要假設頭了，我說，oh shit，古對那有嘅。
I was expecting.
係啊。
So most of the conversation 嘛，古係路咪講嘅，又係路夢嘅嘅。Yeah. So
我真係係路夢嚟先係，係路夢都未解。
呢個嗰啲啊，係路夢嘅個就有嘅啦。
Sorry，古錯家可能寫得係。
No, it's okay. Even when talk about my I go to follow more than that. But as I go advance, talk to niggas, I go. What I got how more than gang chop like what? I'm not chia. They got gang what? Okay, yes. But when I started at that time, it was a surprise because they you to do no how long here go to first. So that's why it was such a surprise for pay your moha because they never seen it before. They should fall back to it to do no how long the gang chop So that's why it was such a surprise for pay to nings. So when the more I got involved, because I started learning Hmong when I got into Hmong culture, what did they had 16 years now. So talk be corporation here. Yeah.
Cái này có bóng thả kia sẽ có tới做乜嘢？
Yeah, so it's been that long. So in the beginning, yes, they were always surprised. And I remember this talking with my eye out. And then at that time, which part of Hmong is on ya, how do I but with the I had said, nice one, and 我就講話蒙個話就，跟住蒙下就，我全蒙啊。Oh, you sound so Hmong, I can't tell the difference.
細佬哋啊，都做到你蒙，你真係個真係蒙到未啊？
有嘛。
So they still do that
all the time.
Yeah, they freak out all the time.
It's a surprise. I mean, people 你包過啊，但係嘛，同你包過係咪蒙你用下？同你講啲 ，that's different.
Was it difficult to learn Hmong?
You want help?
Well,
in the beginning, you want help? But
is it the sound, the pronunciation?
Let me just do it this way. Hmong is all about tone and pronunciation.
Yes.
Okay? So it's because Hmong is so bit more ipa words more than that. Like blah, you know, like stuff like that. But in the beginning, for me, it was hard. It was hard, but I know the name I had. Okay, am I saying this right? Or go hai chi ya? Yeah. No, go hai. Practice the go. Okay, how do I say this? Because there's so many different tones, and it's all about tone tier pronunciation. Like I'm tone ga hai lo zhong here. Yeah. That's my guy. That's all. Fuck, I like I had you not okay. And when I started in the beginning, and for my fans too, because pay more to I mean for my fans, they don't really speak Hmong. So yeah, I just found out that recently. Like my fans,
how does that work?
See, I was performing at a concert. And this, they were jamming to it. And I thought that, I can, but they didn't know how to speak. I'm like, like, but you have, but I don't know what you're saying. Because they're so young, they didn't grow up like that. And so I understand. But in that beginning, it was tough. It was hard. But I had to be very dedicated for my Hmong family and my Hmong people to make sure that I can blend in.
Yes.
You know, because I barely speak English when so I have to kind of control because I was learning so much Hmong, my English was going. Yeah, I would come in and my parents would be like, "Yeah, where are you going?" I was like, "Oh, and then I'm like, shit, that's, my mom's not even Hmong. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I remember I came home. Long story, I came home from one of my friends' places, Emperial.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord, go shit, shot, talk, go near, go into go there, to come on, hot lot. Go by the go by that. What'd you just say? Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, sorry, mom, because my mom is not Hmong, right, you know, right. So it just naturally got Hmong. Yeah. What did you just say? Like, oh, I'm just gonna go sleep. She was like, oh, okay. It didn't come out that way. So it came naturally to me because I've been speaking Hmong for so long that I don't really think. It just go yeah, it's just very natural. And so I would get confused because my parents would look at me like, you're speaking a whole different language. I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, it was hard. But it's about dedication and just being a part of Peyo Hmong, you know, and not being afraid. Which is so China, you know, being able to blend in.
Yes.
I was taught the first 2 years.
Oh.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's go practice them.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah.
From pronunciation to tone to just listening, right. And then I would ask my buddies, how do you say this? Okay.
Yeah.
You say it like this. Okay, come practice. Oh, but in the beginning, it was not easy.
Right.
It was hard.
What? Do you mostly have Hmong jams on your phone?
Guys, you know?
Yeah.
Hello, Hmong hả? Guys, you know?
Có Hmong sư là
Hmong thế đó. It's a mixture, but mostly Hmong.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So yeah, you do
mostly
have
Hmong. I have a lot of Hmong songs.
Yeah.
It's because I listen to Hmong songs a lot, you know, and especially you know, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thì one mà cũng nói qua thế bây mà bây cũng speak to Hmong entertainment music thì có inspired to sing Hmong giống go, you know, like why not, you know,
other.
Yeah.
Well, who was your inspiration to become to sing Hmong?
Yeah.
My inspiration. Wow. That's a very good question. I don't want to tell too much because I'm writing a book.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which don't pay on dog because we'll show you a book about your Hmong life.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell too much, but I will say this. Hmong is very important to me. I really believe in that. You know. Right. So then you call you shit.
Yeah.
So it means a lot to me, you know, being raised into a different culture and embracing a new culture. It took me a long time, you know, it really did. It wasn't an easy transition.
Yeah.
I had to not only learn how to speak Hmong, but I had to learn the tradition.
Right.
You know,
how they behave.
Stuff like that, you know, Hmong way, you know. So I learned very young, you know, so it was a hard transition, but I loved it for a lot of reasons because it taught me about not being afraid to embrace a new culture,
right,
but also not being afraid to go outside of your own culture.
That's right.
You know, and because my parents were very supportive, that's
good.
Let that go. You can do whatever you want. As long as you know, as long as you know who you are, then you can do anything, you know. But Hmong is it's an important thing to me. Actually, my book is called Hmong Save Me.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm excited.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when is that book?
I actually started it last year yeah. So I'll be continuing this year.
Okay.
Yeah, or next year, 2022. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll probably be out in a couple of years, but I got a lot of personal things I'm gonna write because I don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah, no.
But I can tell you this, what people don't know, and like there, did you like Hmong people before? Go Hmong, huh?
Right.
No, I did not.
Oh.
I transitioned, and that opened me up to a whole different culture.
Right.
And the more I got into the culture, the more she looks up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate your honesty and
yeah.
Yeah. The love.
But it'll explain everything in the book.
That's right. Did it come out to what you expected today?
It actually did.
Okay.
I've always, it actually did. I have always wanted to. I was always an artist growing up because my family, music was always the thing especially for me, and I grew up listening to like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Totally know what's up, you know. Yeah. Got the favorite here. British British okay. Yeah, but I grew up listening to Michael Jackson, different artists, but for Hmong, I like more the traditional Hmong, like Li Gong. Li Gong is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Luya is one of my favorites.
Right.
So those Paradise was a big one of mine. So Paradise Tia Destiny.
Right.
Just Sounder, yeah. Yeah. So I grew up listening to a lot of the Jolot, yeah, kind of recognition. So they inspire me a lot. And as far as dreams, I've just always had a dream to be just within music, to do an artist, but also to be a part of something special. And I found that in Emperial.
Wow.
Yeah. So I am a part of something special. Family.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Like your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies that we would never know that you would do, or any secret talents that you just keep it to yourself at the house that you can share with us?
I don't keep it to myself, but I know you ate it. Since you already told him, goes okay. Yeah. No, allowed to eat. I make pho.
Okay.
Yeah. With the oxtail. Yeah. So, yeah.
What's your favorite first word?
How go favorite? Which more? Which more? Woo! ก็係 Minnesota. There's so many. There's too many stores. I would say.
Would you like Vietnamese pho or Thai boat?
Thai boat.
Okay, so you
Thai
like
boat, yeah. Vietnamese is good too, but Thai boat I like that. My favorite restaurant, I'll tell you this. Easy one. Homemade.
Yeah.
That's right.
Homemade. Got it. Got shot. Yeah, homemade.
รู้เชื่อก็คงก็มองนะก็ฟิลลิจาตัวจะนึ่งลงก็จะก็มอง
Can you feel your shit here? I feel very, very, very proud.
Okay.
Yeah, very proud. That people they're able to understand the back lyrics. And then it makes me feel very appreciative. That they respect and that they know and they feel. Because when they feel, I feel. You know, so you need to shit there. It just makes me feel really happy. Yeah.
ก็ภาษาเดียวก็ยังโม่ไปจงก็โม่นะเจ้าโม่โจหรือให้นึ่งเดียวโอเคดูว่าตอนนั้นนี่อีจงก็ว่าจงเสียคอเสียเดียวเยาว่า我จะไปว่าต่อน้ำนองเนี่ยก็ว่าจงเสียได้ก็ภาษาเดียวก็ยังโม่ไปจงก็โม่จะโม่จงเคยดูให้นึ่งใช่ไหมว่าจะเชื่อโม่ใช่
That's a good question. How can I put this? It's a very good question. I'll say it this way. And I'm make it brief because I can go into like go okay. I'll tell you this. When I got into Hmong culture, and this is for my fans, so yeah. When I got into Hmong culture, music was different. It was a different kind of sound, it was a different kind of voice, and it was a different kind of speaking and tone. I myself, I stand as a kind of as a role model for Paowerfulxfilm, you know, especially for the kids, because they speak
Yes.
So I look at myself as a role model for them so they can carry on the tradition. Because when I was growing up, it wasn't out there like that. Right. Nobody was really diving into Paowerfulxfilm. But I wanted to set that path. So I said if I can keep continuing this, maybe it can inspire other people, especially the kids, to keep going and to get involved with Paowerfulxfilm culture now.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, they get so adapted to what we do as a whole, as a Hmong community, but they never really try to get a chance to learn what Hmong is all about, you know, from the very beginning of the culture up until now. And so when I got into the game, when I was 16 and I performed at the Hmong New Year, 2006, oh, it's been a long time. What did I sing? Yeah, no, chill. Ching Chui, it's okay. Yeah, the player, Ching Chui, it's okay. When I won second place, I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
But I knew that it made such an impact on Paowerfulxfilm because it's never been done. And I wanted to continue that tradition. I wanted to get more involved and be humble by the fact that I was born not just as a Hmong person, but as a Kedo person too, and to share both cultures. It's just the more Hmong I became, the more out there I became.
Tức là cũng có mỗi à, cái câu mấy lúc mà chào kỳ với nó đi học cũng có mỗi đấy à, cũng có mỗi nữa, cái câu mấy lúc mà chào kỳ cũng giống cho và cũng dư và African American, đó yeah, bây giờ biết ni inspire ni cũng có thế.
Oh yeah.
Có mỗi cái cũng có mỗi lúc mà cho chú là chào kỳ có mỗi việc trả thế là.
Definitely, that was another part too. So in the beginning, there wasn't any Kedo people trying to learn. So when I came in, they were intrigued. But I got kind of upset because they kept getting Hmong confused with Chinese, and they said, Hmong is not Chinese. Yes. They thought, oh, you speak that Chinese? No, but you probably short here. No, you know? That's right. But they would always get confused. Yeah. But they was like, dude, how did you learn it so good? And I said, you have to be dedicated, not just to learn the language, but just to learn the culture itself, because Hmong is so much more than just learning a language. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a history, you know, for us. It's a monument. And I inspired a lot of Mika people, some Kedo people, to start speaking and getting more involved. Even the girl Jasmine. Right. Inspiring her to do what she's doing right now. Or I think in the Hmong culture, oh yeah, right? Yeah, right, okay. Yeah. But just being able to be that pivotal point, I want everyone to get involved. I want every race to get involved because it's an amazing culture. Yeah.
My last question, và có một khi tôi thì thật có hướng có mua được hướng có mông thì được hướng có Mika thì được hai con này à được how meaning thì được họ cái hướng có how the difference.
I think between Hmong music, Mika music, there is a similarity, but there's also a difference. You know, when I'm singing English, I feel the music too, but when I'm singing Hmong, I'm feeling the love from the lyrics. There's more, and there's just more. It's just the meaning is so thick. Right. It's so thick. It's so strong that you feel it. Yep. Yeah. When I'm on stage and I'm singing the lyrics, because it means so much to me, and I'm able to translate it in my head so the people can understand. It means a lot. But I think it's just the same as Mika music too, but it's just that when you're singing a different language, it's more beautiful because it's coming from a different kind of way of speaking, you know, a way of singing. And I just tell them, you know, that, I don't know how to put it. Hmong music is just, it's just a beautiful thing. And it's just, I think people, they misunderstand of what it's really all about. There's not really a correlation, but there is a similarity, you know, in some way. Yeah.
How did you get your name Sai?
Whoa.
Yeah. I want to know.
I knew somebody was going to ask that question.
It's in the book.
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. It's going to be in my book, but I'm going to keep it calm. So that's how I got my name, Sai. When I performed in 06, a lot of OGs kept asking me, "Wajato, kochimolo mong senga, kochimolo mong pelum bayo." Kote kochimo. Kote, okay, we're gonna give you a name, but they never gave me a name. So what I did, I went to the library. I printed out tons of books about Hmong culture and tons of names. I went through so many Hmong names. Tohoa, Komeng, Chindo. Chindo is my favorite. I love that. I went through so many Hmong names, but then Sai, it just stuck to me. It was me. It just felt right, you know. And at that time, I went through a lot of. I'm talking about a whole book of Hmong names, trying to find out what fit me. And then Sai was like probably I don't know how many numbers I had. It was hundreds. And it just stuck with me. How I got my last name, Vang, is actually from a good Hmong family of mine. Their family is Hmong Mua, the Hmong Mua, and it's a spiritual thing behind it. So basically, their dad, he went into my past life and saw me as Sai Cedric Vang. So, go call spirit na there. Go to past life. Go Cedric Vang here. Go to Hmong Mua. Okay. It scared me because I'm thinking, like, oh, you know. But that's how I got my last name. It was given to me from my close Hmong family.
Okay.
Yeah. I chose the first name for myself, and the Hmong name was given.